last time we went ahead and took care of, again, the giant salamander thing. I don't know if we'll still see it, like, impaled somewhere. No. Wait, am I at the start of the area? Are we? Could have sworn... No. Because these bats are new. Well, new or not, I guess we are... Well, back at the start? Is that really what happened? I could have sworn we went to the other side of the map. Let me double check. Unless I got really, like, disoriented. Because I remember we went through this little area, that little walkway. We went up there. Went all the way around. And then we landed onto that platform. We fought the salamander there. And then I remember we ended up on, like, the other side. And then we're basically in a walkway similar to this one. Or, well, I guess not. Well, then let's just move on then. Let's, skin a bat. When we get bat fangs. Okay. Then let's leave. How the fuck are we gonna get to the desert? I could have sworn the desert was like beyond there. Yeah, well, there we go. Ah. Yeah, okay, Vice. There we go. Oh wait, I forgot. This ain't. I thought it was that bridge for a second. Oh no. Okay, now let's head on over. There we go. Alright, well, the village is right here anyways. Let's just go in.
Oi.
どうしたの？
私は村の外で待っている。
どうして？村の中の方が安全だよ。
いや、一人の方が気が楽でいいからな。別の出口から出た時はそちらの方で合流しよ
う。Okay.
ヨナにも会ってほしかったんだけどな。多分喜ぶと思うんだ。
無理強いせずとも良いではないか。人にはそれぞれいるべき場所というものがあるのだ。
そうなの？それじゃあ仕方ないけど。
じゃあまた後でな。
Okay. I mean, it does feel kind of weird thinking that NieR wanted to introduce her to his sister. Mainly because, you know, Kaina is dressed in a very skimpy attire, which I assume would give maybe like a 10-year-old girl a fucking heart attack. She would be like, why is this woman with my brother? Alright, so let's see, is this fully grown? Let's water the wheat. The bell peppers might have grown, perhaps. Yes, they did. What about this? Discard. Or I guess we just ignore them for now? I don't know. We can plant more wheat. And then let's plant the tulips next to it. here. Let's see what happens. And then, before I forget, we gotta water them. There we go. And this one too. Okay. We can maybe talk to our sister. See if she's got anything to say, but pretty sure from here we just leave. Sure.
なんだお兄ちゃんが持ってきてやるぞ。メロンだね。わかった。
Where the fuck are we gonna get a melon at?
お兄ちゃん、メロン忘れないでね。
I doubt it, but maybe the desert? Huh. Because if I check the store here real quick, I don't believe they have... So are you still using? No. I thought we still had the siphoning magic skill. I don't believe the vendors sell melons here. Or at least I don't remember them doing so. You only sell seeds, right? Yes. And if we check this one here.
東の崖に囲まれた大きな石造りの
No, not you. She sells meats only, right? Maybe? No, she sells like plants, but she doesn't sell melons. Okay, then through the east gate we go. Okay, so that should be over here. God, the cloudy skies are so nice. This game does, again, like, I keep gushing about it visually and, you know, audibly, but it's just really nice. I wish I could meet the kind of lady NieR told me about. I bet she's really nice and always says nice things. I wonder if that's what my mom was like. No, Yona. Heine is not a nice lady. At least verbally. Okay. So, we don't have a map for this area. We need to head off this way, I assume. Oh, yeah. Huh. It's kind of interesting how close the desert is. She's Naruto running. Look at her go. Is that just how she moves? Yeah, we're like doing a light jog and she's full frontal.
Ne, その仮面の町ってどんなところ？
よくわからない。とにかく変なところだ。
お前も大概変なやつではないか、下着女。
行くぞ。
なんだろうこの建物。
Is it a well? Or sand?
の施設は使えぬようだ。
Appears to be out of service. I thought it was something that we would like push like over this, maybe. These are wolves. Right. They kept telling us that there was going to be wolves in the desert for some reason. Which is still a weird thing to me. God. And this wolf controls shades.
戻って
Or
行
something.
くみたいだ。
どうもリーダーがおるらしい。
Weird. Well, let's see if there's anything this way before we head on out. Nope, not seeing much except for this.
なんだここは。
お墓かな。
にしては名前も何もないぞ。それにどれも新しい。
She's kinda... like, I get it, you're agile, but... Holy fuck, dude. She's zip zooming all over the fucking place. Alright, and I assume this is probably the same thing.
この施設。
Alright, then off we go. Unless that's an item. It is. Alright, let's grab it and then move on to the next area. It's probably some ore. Yep. Which I believe we'll need for our weapon upgrades specifically. So it's a good thing that we're finding and grabbing all these. Moldvites. Same thing? Out of order?
このし
Oh, you can dodge midair. Barely, but you can still do it.
門が閉ざされておるな。
やっぱり無理そうだよ。
なんだ。
おお、あれかいねガテ。キッズ、我ら恩銀だ。
カイネ、知り合いなの？
いや、違うんだ。昔この近くで狼たちから子供を助けたことがある。それ以来この町には入れるんだ。こんな私を受け入れてくれる、そんな奇妙な町だ。言葉は全くわからない。期待するな。
And then Kaina's just here against the wall. Like an edgy protagonist.
王は奥の館にいるからな。あとは自分たちで行け。
カイネは？
面倒だからここで待ってる。
Didn't you tell us to come to the
ま
desert?
ったく役に立つのか立たないのかわからぬな。とりあえず街を巡ってみるか。
言い忘れたが、この国の言葉は特殊だ。せいぜい頑張れ。
They probably like use a Kansai dialect or some shit. And that's what's weird.
ヘルアトとんたアルテレアチ北ざって警察来ていく
なんて言ってるんだろ
わからぬ。
I mean, it sounded like a pseudo-Japanese.
あの奥にある巨大な建物が王の館であろう。
ところでどうやって行けばいいんだろう。
頑張ってルートを探すしかないようだな。
Okay. I mean, I guess we'll skip talking to people if they all sound like this or speak like this. And then you are like a fast travel system, maybe.
アルテルは地来たぜ。
せっかく話してくれてるのに何もわからないなんて。
気に病むことはない。意思疎通ができるのは言葉というより価値観が違うせいだ。
True? That's so true.
シロもっと頑張ってよ。
無理だな。我は大層価値のある優秀な書物であるが辞書ではない。
I mean, I assumed this was going to be like a fast travel system. I didn't think it was real.
さっきから同じところをぐるぐる回ってる気がする。
町の者の言葉が分かればすぐなのだがな。自力でルートを探っていくしかあるまい。
Well, we did suss out a road. It's this one. There we go. We're right in front of the palace. I don't know what you were talking about. Alright, no, we're probably gonna get stopped or some shit.
入れぬようだ。
せっかくたどり着いたのに。
とりあえずこれでは拉致が開かぬ。も
Return to the town entrance. Sure. Well, kinda, we couldn't get in. Oh. Anyway.
おい、見て見ぬふりするつもりか。
I thought you didn't want us helping people. Didn't you like question us last time when we were doing a quest and you're like, ever like ever the helpful man or some shit?
声が出ぬか。そのおかげと言ってはなんだが、この娘なら身振りを通して我らと話せそうだぞ。ありがとう。
どういたしまして。
私フィアあなたたち困ってる？
そうなんだ。ちょっとこの町に用があって来たんだけど、なんだか言葉も通じなくて。
あなたたちを案内してくれるのか。でもそこの町の説明をする必要がある。
僕たち王様に会いに来ただけなんだけど。
ダメ。この町には掟があるから。ついてきてだそうだ。
Okay. so this is an item shop. All shops and houses in the city must abide by the following rule. Do not live on level ground.
掟106?
We have many rules.
町の民はその掟を守ってこんな階段だらけのところに住んでおるのか。
Yes, that is the rule.
なんともはや不思議な町と民であることよ。
Alright, maybe... Nope. But I didn't mean to get in her way. I thought she was gonna keep going. This is a sand skiff dock. Rule 115017. You must view the town by ship before purchasing any items.
一体その掟に何の意味があるのだ。
I don't know. It's a rule that was placed when I first came here, not a new one.
っていうことは毎年掟が増えているの？
Yes, I heard that we passed rule... Oh! I thought she was like, you know, separating them. Like rule 1 and then rule 2 with a comma. No, it's rule 124,046.
無理だ。我にはこの町で暮らすのは無理だ。
God. Imagine she's like, oh, by the way, you must be standing when you leave this little archway if you're riding this little like makeshift platform. Otherwise, you have to go around all the way again. Okay. This is a grocery. Rule 11,034. You must live at a level appropriate to your position.
身分の高い者は高い場所に、低い者は低い場所に住めと。
Yes.
実際に住む者にとっては、さぞ面倒な決まりであろうな。まさか、この調子で町中紹介して回る気か、あの小さいのは。
みたいだね。掟を守ってるんだよ。
Skip Freya's tour. Now, let's keep going. See what else we have. We might as well learn as many of the rules as we can, right? And then along the way we'll complete the little sand ride or something that we need to complete before we're able to buy stuff. Okay. Is this the armory? Junk? Are those surfboards? This is a strange thing store.
変なものや？
Yes, a store that sells strange things.
一体誰が買うような品物なのだ。
Take a look yourself, Ice. Do you know what that board-looking thing is? Or the signs that say no parking? Or no left turn? The giant pipe? The bottles of presumably empty milk? Or presumably empty milk bottles, I mean? What else do we have? Is that a sewer lid? I don't know. The things are so strange. No one is sure what they do.
確かに変なもの屋だけど。
Interesting. And there's still like more stuff in the middle. But assuming we don't have to do the entire round trip in one sitting, we've gone around one, so maybe now we can finally buy things. Such as a melon. Unless we're finally getting off at the palace. And we could have skipped this the whole time, but it's fine. Let's write it out. Maybe we'll skip the future ones. What about this? This is a store that sells raw materials. We use these materials to make masks. Rule 12, do not neglect your mask. If you want to live here, you must have a mask on at all times.
これは見ればわかるな。邪魔になっているようだぞ。
She walked into me, bro. Like, of course we're gonna be impeding progress.
邪魔に。
Yeah. Wait, we'll skip this one. Okay, this is probably the smith / weapon shop. This is a weapon shop. Is that a fucking mine? Like an aquatic mine? Or is that just a giant, like, spiky iron ball? Huh. Anyway, this is a weapon shop. This concludes your tour of the city. Thank you for your patience. I will now guide you to the king's manor.
助かるよ。
しかし、掟で窒息しそうな町だ。
Here we're given a tour of this little sand city, right? We're given some of the rules and shown where things are. And Vice immediately is like, these type of rules will make a man kill himself. Are you insane?
こんな面倒なところに人が住んでおるな。
It's not so bad. Only 114,000 rules or something. Although, I used to ask the same question, and then someone told me. Rules do not exist to bind you. They exist so that you may know your freedoms. When I look at it when I look at it like that, they don't bother me.
そうか。偉いね、フィアは。
Okay, let's see if we can actually talk
ア
to
ル
you.
テルアーチ来たざい。
Nope. I mean, he speaks, but I guess we can't buy anything. Alright, and now we move on to the king's, like palace. This is the king's manor. However, we have no king now.
え、どういうこと？
Huh? Our king was stricken with a foul black illness and so passed away. His son, the prince, now rules this land.
国門病か。
This is the prince's royal advisor. Yeah, he would know far more about these things than I.
ああ、いろいろ案内してくれたおかげで言葉もだいぶ分かってきた。直接話させてもらうよ。
Well, that is very interesting. If he was able to pick up, well, like the linguistics of their language just by hearing them speak a few times, that is pretty incredible.
王子様にちょっと話を聞きたいのですが。
Mind you, technically anyone can do this sort of thing, but the fact that he was able to do so in like, you know, 2-3 trips around the city is insane.
ザ・カイラム多大財党とお会いでしたいでく。改てしてたすおいく。
まったくもって本当にうんざりとさせられるな。
I'm sorry.
フィーヤが謝ることじゃないよ。とりあえずはカイネのところに戻ろう。
Now we just wait for Tiha. Wait. Oh, yeah, there she is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm sure any, like, sheltered individual might say the same thing when looking at Kaine.
昔助けてもらった人カイネがつまりカイネがフィアの恩人であるとこの
うるさい。用事が終わったのなら行くぞ。
いいんだ。カイラムとユリセーザ隊員だ。じゃあアルテルは玄関数用臨牛地ジンクル擬態さ。
どうしたの？
カイラム在いたすだ。決体ぞと来たざって風木地いさたいと。だざユリセイチタザイラート近伝タンダより。アルテルはゾンゾスチギュータとタラタイチクルギタイサギウシウでアルテルは
自分たちが困るような掟なんてやめちゃえばいいのに。
彼らには彼らの生き方があるのだ。用が済んだよそ者はとっとと帰るぞ。
Yeah, he's right. Technically. Kinda says nothing. I'm going to save the prince.
リーダー
No, you can't.
エルパ枯れたい。
Have you forgotten about rule 50,527? Oh, screw the rules.
掟と無関係なよそ者だったらどこに行こうが誰も構わないよね。
Huh?
つまり僕が王子を助けるってことでどう？
よかったな。厄介ごとに首を突っ込みたがるよそ者がちょうどいて。
ダイラと近伝地レルと
私も行こう。確かこうだったな。掟1024、恩義ある客人の望みは全て叶えよ。だろフィー
まったくどいつもこいつも。
行くぞ。
Are we a pack of do-gooders? I don't know. Let's see if we can finally buy something. Let's try talking to this person.
アルテルアッチ来たぜ。どうぞ取りし来るぞと。
Okay. Well, let's buy the maps. And anything else? 60%, 30%. And we'll buy these. as well. I mean, we've got plenty of money, and I assume we're gonna need to cure poison. Oh my god, these cost how much? Never mind. We'll pass on these then. We'll buy as many of these as we can. Well, let's take like 4, and maybe a melon seed. But let's also sell probably a bunch of these like junk parts. Yeah, like broken arms and all this, strip bolts, dented metal boards. Yeah, let's sell these. Like so. Dented metal boards, 51. We're gonna go from 2,260 gold all the way up to 9,000 by selling 51 of these. A machine part, more machine parts. A photo album with the pages stuck together. An old, tattered school book. Leather gloves that are cracked and stiff. A noticeably dented metal bat. A shell. A black pearl. And that's it. Alright, let's sell this. And now let's... Actually, let's still not buy anything. And let's head on this way. It probably is just faster to like run to the grocer that's up ahead. Oh yeah, it was. Alright, let's talk to you. And she does sell melons, but they're 1,000 gold each. That's fine. A sweet-smelling fruit that's quite popular among older women. I guess we'll buy it. Thank you in the name of the rules. Yeah, we can just do this. Let's try going to the weapons salesman now. I'm not selling stuff like the gems or jewels or fangs in case we need that sort of stuff for like weapon upgrades maybe, or for some quest where they're like, hey, can you like get 10 wolf fangs, and we have to come all the way back here to like get them. Oh, wrong guy. So he's got none at the moment. Okay. Where was the weaponsmith then? Did I skip past him again? No, he's right here. Okay, so the Earthworm's Claw or the Beastbane. So both of these are pretty expensive. This one does a fuck ton of damage, and it's very heavy. So a sword that bears a beastly motif. In short, its short, thin blade seems eager to vanish from sight. Really? And then made from the fossil of an ancient beast. It's more unwieldy than most swords, but further forging can help. We could technically buy both. This thing's very heavy, too. Let's buy this one. And let's see what this one's like. So, oh my god. It is very big. It's a very big sword. Let's look at the lore for it. So, once again, it's a sword that bears a beastly motif. Its short, thin blade seems eager to vanish from sight. And now if you read the lore, or the story... Long, long ago, in a faraway kingdom, there lived 3 brothers. The middle brother was a famous general who commanded a vast army. People everywhere were terrified of his troops, for they were most violent indeed. And if we look at the Nameless Blade, we do have more of a story now. So if you remember, it was smash, 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 smash. Sweat rolls down the face of hand-scrabbled men as they chip away at ironstone, their cheerful singing echoing through the mine. We are workers in the mine, dirty from tip to toe. Again, today we search for iron with all our might. Smash, 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 smash. And then the next part is foom, 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 foom. The sound of women stomping on bellows in the mill. The sound of iron being gathered from the scorched sands. We are workers in the mill. Workers who send wind. Today we stomp the bellows again with all our might. Foom, 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 foom. Well, that's surely something. Let's head on out.
行くぞ。
Yep. Let me show you the way. You'll need my guidance to get through the sandstorm. Huh? The sandstorm? Also, what are the combos on this? Not bad. 1, 2... It still just kicks. Okay. It's kind of funny how easily he wields the sword, too. Like... like he just holds it like a toy, almost. If it's like a pretty heavy weapon, you'd think he'd use both hands, maybe. Oh, dude, and the sand must be scorching hot, and here, like, she is running barefoot. So every now and again, even while we're playing, I still try to like think of the original title and how it would have handled this sort of stuff. By that I mean, remember in the West, when we got this game, to my knowledge, NieR was an old man, you know, doing stuff for his daughter. So I can just picture like a gruff old man traveling with a harlot and then coming to the desert and talking to like another kid. I will guide you through the desert. Please stay close to me. I wish we had like a slight jog speed as well so that we can keep up with her. But yeah, it makes you think, like, what would the dialogue be for some of these sections if they changed NieR to again be an old man?
This 砂はひどいね。目を開けてらんないよ。
口を開けると砂が入るぞ。
フィアはこの砂の中でよく平気だよね。
Well, she has a mask.
仮面に何か特殊な機能でもついているのではないか。周囲への警戒を怠るな。
Fighting wolves tutorial. Huh?
フィアって勇気あるね。
まったく、その小さな体のどこにそんな力があるのだ。
Right? But yeah, again, it makes you wonder if they maybe changed some of the dialogue, or if it's still the same, and instead of having, like, you know, a young man talk like this, if they maybe change some stuff. You know, or maybe he's like, oh, it reminds me of my daughter, back when she wasn't so frail and weak or something. But maybe there's a, I don't know if like costumes or like a game mode that changes the entire like model of NieR from, you know, young man to old man, and then maybe we get that. We'll see. Yeah.
狼だ。
気をつけろ。
Alright, kinda, you can handle the last one, right? Yeah, she fucking obliterated him.
フィーアよ、フィーアから離れるでないぞ。
Speaking of, we've got a map now, right? Yeah. Okay. The Baron Temple is just ahead. Oh, and one more thing. A map for it. Anything else? Nope. Then we go. Maybe. This is as far as I can go.
ありがとう。
Well, in we go then. Oh boy. The song is also really good. Which I say about like the entire soundtrack, but just listen to it. I'll be a little quiet for a bit. The following actions are prohibited in this room. Leaping rabbit.
何のことを言ってるんだろう。
So we can't jump? It's my guess. And then... Oh, I see. Okay. No, I see. We have to pull it this way. And then have this block these balls from hitting us. And kinda is... I mean... they'll be fine. Who cares? We can technically break the boxes too, right? Like it Like, there's no rules against this. And then I assume we bring a box in here. So maybe break this, grab this. And then maybe push it. Nope. Okay. My other guess is that we have to make these balls bounce in a way that that has them, like, you know, bounce this way. Unless I just break it. Oh, there we go. Oh, master of the trial, it is time to devote yourself to the next rule.
まったく手間のかかることだ。
こ
Okay.
の町の王子ってどんな人なんだろう。
本来民を守るべき人物が逆に町の者たちにその身を案じられておるのだぞ。わかるだろう。
これが手榴弾。
Is that the
無
prince?
能な知れ者だ。
今なんか聞こえたけど。
Right, so the bouncing thing was just a guess, because I think I saw like one of the boxes shooting balls at another one, and I thought that maybe that was causing them to bounce, but no, I think they were just both firing at the same time. Oh.
レイド、下お
坊主、どこから来た？
れ。ウグだと。あ、サントと大神カイラムであるご。
王子ってこんな子供だったんだ。
スーツキ、タトスケッチ、レイジ。あ？
Uh-oh.
来るな。
Huh? Okay. Now what? So, the following actions are prohibited in this room: leaping rabbit and stationary owl.
なんだ？
助け。
Okay.
なんだ？どうした？
掟を守らないと先に進めないみたいだね。
Huh? What the hell is stationary owl? Like standing in one place for too long? Is my guess? Because like that's kind of what happened to the kid. Where'd kinda go? Oh no. Platforming in my action RPG with sinking platforms? It's more likely than you think. Well, good thing we've got the ultimate like moveset in the air. Right, what do we have here? Racing wolf, evasive mouse, magic spewing bat. But I can jump. So long as we don't roll, I guess, and run, we're fine.
くそ、やってられるかこんなの。
Oh no, Kaine.
カイネ。
なんだこら話せ話しやがれこのクソったね
追いかける相手がもう一人増えたぞ。
Well. Huh. If it, like, am I just? Well, I guess we're supposed to just walk it. Maybe? Evasive mouse, magic spear and bat. Am I just supposed to literally walk across? I don't know. Maybe it's one of those where if you just walk straight. You son of a bitch. Why is the analog stick so sensitive? Well, at least we've got the strategy now. This should be much easier now. So long as we just take it easy. Just do the combo. And you know what? I'm not even gonna risk it, just... There we go. Fuck. Fuck that map, dude. Imagine, like, having to start over because this happened. Just doing this. Like, you could try to walk slowly, but then the second this happens, that's it. The game detected you running. So now you have to start again. That's so fucking annoying. Okay, so we can't go this way, nor around the corner. What about this? Unless this is the start, right? Yeah, those are the first two trials that we did. And we came in from there, I believe. Alright, next door. Okay, what do we have here? So we can't block and spew magic. Can I jump? Are you gonna get mad at me for jumping and dodging? No? Okay. So we can just... Luckily we learned this in the previous area. Anyway. God, we're so lucky NieR gets so much air by literally attacking in the middle of it. I assume we could have maybe pushed these blocks, stopped them from attacking us by blocking their faces. I don't know. Where to next? Not this way. Oh wait, no. Here we go. Please, anything but the wolf, like, rule. Evasive mouse. Fuck. Is this? No, it's not. That's not evasive mouse. So we can still run and jump. That's not a big deal. Yeah. Well. There we go. Full master of the trial. Yep, next one. Back out we go. Okay, no, so this is a new area. Well, that's right. We came from the other side, and then we took the side path, and then came this way, and then zigzagged our way to this this trial now. Okay, so what's next? Huh? Okay. The following action is prohibited. Or actions are prohibited. So blade wielding tiger.
次から次へと面倒な掟を仕掛けおって
Can you guys turn around? Nope.
黙ってないと失敗しちゃうよ。
あの仮面の連中は掟がよほど好きだと見える。
なんでこんなにややこしい掟を作っちゃうんだろう。
It also makes you wonder, because again, remember how when we found Vice, like, what if he didn't know what we sounded like? Or how to speak to us directly? Until he, like, heard us speak a few times? And maybe he was able to pick up linguistically on what we were saying? I do think he, it's been a bit, again, since we had the first part, or the first stream. So I don't remember if he was specifically able to understand us from the get-go. But assuming he wasn't, because he had been slumbering for I don't know how many, like, years, it could have been that he picked up, like, the ability to understand us pretty quickly, just like how he did with the sand people here. Or desert individuals, I don't know. I think maybe using that word could get me flagged. Oh no. Anyway. Well, that was another easy one. More platforming. Well. Right, that was easy. And now trial by combat, probably. But again, this game just looks so beautiful. Like, just look at the scenery for a bit. That and with the music too. God, I love this game. I've never played it and it's still, like, just amazing. Alright, is this trial by combat? No evasive mouse. Okay, so we can still be hit. Just can't dodge. Oh no. Whoa. let's dodge for a bit. Let's get our dark hand going. Oh no. And then that'll do it. How did I know trial by combat was coming? Let's check this way. So this is where we came from. Yeah, there's the trials we just did, and we went that way. And then this should have something. Door is locked. Okay. So this should be, what, unapproachable? Yeah, sealed. I still can't get over how beautiful this game is, man. Like, I know I praise it a lot, but it's so nice. It's so far been such a simple adventure game, or it's lulled us into a false sense of accepting it as a simple adventure game. Remember, this game started with us playing as a different protagonist 1,500 years ago in the middle of Tokyo while it was being attacked by shades after the events of Drakengard 1. And then we skip ahead 1,500 years, and now we're playing as NieR. So, I mean, again, for all I know, shit's about to get weird, or we go back to the past, or aliens show up. I don't know. Save point. 8. Let's go.
What?
見るからに怪しい広間だな。ムベなるかな。
That's cool as fuck.
あ、あれ。
あの口の減らぬ子供が囚われておるぞ。だが、掟がないのであれば、我らの本領が発揮できよう。
思う存分やれるね。
Okay.
これは一体。
I shouldn't be getting hit. I'm not sure why I am. Or letting it happen. So those balls can't be destroyed by magic, like they usually can. Yeah. Interesting.
なんとも奇妙なやつだな、箱の集合体とは。
白も大概不思議だと思うよ。
Okay, not those. Yeah, I just attack the main body. I guess so. Or the other arms.
防御が硬い。
カイネ、
全部まとめてぐしゃぐしゃにしてやる。そこを動くな。
どうやってここに来たの？
知らん。暴れたらここに出てきた。
よくやったぞ、下着女。
うるさい。
Oh. Let's do this. So here comes the next hand, I assume.
光る箱を優先して破壊するのだ。
チキンのボロ髪は黙ってろ。許せもクソもあるか。全部ぶっ壊せばいいだけだろうが。
Okay. Okay, so now the cubes are going to be moving again. Right. Let's have him do another slam. If we can have him attack with the right hand first, that would have been great, because then we could have destroyed that hand and shoot this hand from the side. Oh, come on. I fucking jumped that. Oh well. Yeah, look at kind of go.
Hmm. いろいろ楽しませてくれる。
Next. Right, next. And one more set. And there we go. The fuck?
カイラム、ユリ、ズサラとお立ち。カイザムセとペルア。
カイザム・デサラというとシアトとウサトチ ウレシグ、ツグ、コスキ、サオサラエオ、シエテキッタ、ペルア、カイザンアサキ、カエ、サラトアヤーリ、アトルル、タタ、
カイラム、
Didn't mean to skip him.
オシテキルタチエクグ、ギリスアガイ、ウカン、ヤーリ、カイザムアッチ、エテスレタダ。それでカイザムチタレル、
チロンテク、カイラム、カイザムヨーリ。
So I guess he needed to go on his own trial and get his mask.
ウラコトサラタインタゾスローであった。ベルアとカイザンセテ鉄砂枠、ゴレトルヨーリ。
いや、そんなお礼だなんて。
エンリ探査クルタ統合。
まるで脅迫だな。
じゃあ掟ゼロとして気に入らない掟は住民投票で変えることができるってのはどうかな。
明暗だ。
ヨーリサロ
エルパチスチタ、
ー、ペルアとルトシオンジワクレタイ。
Can you imagine the ramifications this can have? If he does implement that Rule Zero thing, and people can vote for a rule to be removed or not to follow a rule that they don't like, can you imagine the civil wars that can break out because of this? Where you have factions split on many of the 150,000 plus rules that exist in this kingdom? Where if someone doesn't like rule 49,860, but half of the population is split literally evenly, where they don't want it but the other side does, and there's no other way to really overcome this, and then they have to invent like rule -1, where if there's a dispute amongst a specific ruling for a rule and it cannot be like handled democratically, it must be handled through combat, and whatever side wins gets to keep their rule or some stupid shit like that. Considering this is like a tribal society, I assume that might happen with them, or it might lead to that at some point. That's just like a possibility of what could happen with some of the ramifications of interfering and meddling with these type of cultures, I guess, as an outsider. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
ペルアトとタトだ。アンダサンキトシチテとヨーリュエオカイザムサラトアシエテキッタコスキウカエテスレタだ。
And then we got the Rebirth Sword.
ありがとう。でも王のために一番頑張ったのは僕たちじゃないよ。
ケワタタ。
It's not a problem. Anything else?
国門病の治療方法について何か知らないかな。
ソスンよライザムでイトチキタ。
やっぱり王様でも治らなかったんだ。
ああでツシキタとだ。
やはり地道に封印されし言葉を集めるしかないようだ。
そうだね。それしか手がかりはないしね。
封印カレキッソと。
Yeah, I don't think it's been explained yet.
ああ、それらを集めると国門病が治せるっていう古い言い伝えがあるらしいんだよ。
Oh, never mind. Then yes, it has.
伝説というだけでそこに信憑性はないがな。
ヨナを助けられる可能性が少しでもあるのなら何だって信じるよ。言葉だろうがオーブだろうがクリスタルだろうが命がけで集めまくってやる。
God, he sounds like a real RPG protagonist. Okay. Well, that's it for these guys. I assume they're all just gonna thank me.
あと
Oh.
あこちしてすれ大佐そんどとだちときて
Sure.
もちろん。
もう誘拐されるでないぞ。
タクとうちタク
And we got a sealed verse. Dark wall magic. So erect a magical defensive barrier. Charge to increase the size of the wall. Well, right, let's try talking to one of these guys.
アイサタル本日
You?
アイサタル
ヨナが心配だ。そろそろ戻ろう。
And we can't talk to them. Let's talk to her. Come to visit us soon, okay? Alright. And let's also check out the rebirth sword that we got. Huh. Does a lot less damage, it's very light, and has some magical powers. It's pretty fast, which makes sense, right? Comparing it to the Beastbane, which is a little slower by like a very insignificant amount. Alright, let's look at the rebirth here. So, a unique sword with a round blade. Legend holds that it robs the wielder of his life force. Huh. Let's read the story. Is this a fucking rap? Okay, I'm not rapping this, but that's right. This here's the weapon that'll be ending your life. Aw, don't sweat it. There's nothing to worry about. It'll be a pain in the likes... It'll be a pain the likes of which you've never felt before. In fact, you won't even feel pain at first. It'll be more like water sliding across your skin. Honestly, for most folks, it ain't the pain that makes them scream. It's the sight of their own blood flowing out of them. What the fuck? It's like, alright, we got a new item that we gotta write a description for. What should we do? It's like, just write a rap for it. And make it a rap about the sword stealing your life force. Like, okay. At least they didn't get, like, DAS effects to help with the writing. Otherwise, we'd be having Iggity all over the fucking, like, verses. Just be like, diggity, don't you know this sword will take your liggity life? Or something stupid. Alright, let's leave. You don't want to talk? Nope. Let's go. Oh, I guess we can... Well, we'll show off the dark wall outside. Alright, so that's... No, this way. Magical abilities, and let's swap Dark Hand out for Dark Wall. So this looks like so. So now we have a shield around us. I see. And now it just remains. And seems like it's running out. And there it goes. Interesting. Maybe it'll come in handy later. Let's swap back to Lance, actually. She just one-shots the wolf. Nope. Okay, so we need to, just go back.
くだらなくとも起きては起きてか。
くだらなくなんかないよ。あの人たちにとっては大切な掟なんだ。
ほう。
守るだけの価値がある大切な掟なんだよ。
おう、なかなか言うようになったな、小僧。
僕もう小僧じゃないと思うんだけど。
いいから行くぞ。
Hey, we can do both. We're running. Oh, that was an interesting dungeon. Again, so far the game's been pretty easy. Maybe I should have been playing on hard mode. I didn't know if they were going to just make the enemies bullet sponges or not. Or, you know, damage sponges. So I didn't want to risk it. I'll see if I can change the difficulty later. And if I can, cool. We'll swap it over to hard. Because so far it's been... Like, even on normal, this game has been a little too easy. But like I said, we'll see what happens. For all I know, it gets like brutally difficult later on, or for all I know, it stays like this. Or the game itself is pretty casual, or a pretty casual experience overall. Okay, now from here we should go this way. And back to the village we go. Haina followed us in for some reason, even though she said she was going to be outside. Oh, well, there she goes. Alright, let's talk to Yona and give her the melon that she wanted. And we also have to see her, so might as well. Defense drop. And alright, let's talk to Yona.
ヨナ、
お兄ちゃん、
大丈夫？元気だった？
お兄ちゃんがくれたお薬を飲んでるから平気だよ。
よかった。
お兄ちゃん、今日はヨナと一緒にいてくれるよね。
Yeah, I guess. I don't see why not.
うん、もちろんさ。
本当に今日はお兄ちゃんお家にいるの？
ああ、今日はヨナと一緒にいるよ。
やったー。
さあ、体に触るから早く寝よう。
I hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver, his skin is pale, and he stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless, as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? What is he trying to say? Wait, it's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with S and ends with an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after another, faster and faster. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. The thing I'm looking for, the key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying desperately to make out his next word. Dream. Dream? What? The hell does that mean? The lips move again, faster now. I can't follow them. Damn it, I can't make it out. I want to scream, I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yona. Slowly, ever so slowly, I parse out the letters that make up his final words. Forestofmyth. Forest of Myth. The next morning.
夢にまで封印されし言葉が出てくるなんて。
おはようお兄ちゃん。
おはよう、ヨナ。
どうしたの？お兄ちゃんも体痛いの？
変な夢を見ただけだよ。
夢？
なんでもない。大丈夫だよ。
ヨナも夢を見たよ。
へえ。
男の子とね、ゲームをする夢なの。
どんなゲーム？
言葉を当てっこするゲームだよ。
言葉を当てっこするゲーム？
男の子が何を言っているかをお口を見て当てるの。とても難しかったよ。
その子はなんて言ってた？
夢とね、神話の森かな。でも次までにはお勉強して絶対当てるんだ。いつかお兄ちゃんもヨナとゲームしようね。
ああ。ヨナ、メロン持って帰ってきたよ。
ありがとう。
何でもお兄ちゃんが持ってきてやるさ。他に欲しいものはあるかい？
それじゃ
Oh my god.
今度はね、
I knew I should have gotten one.
スイカが欲しいの。
I knew it. I was like, I should probably buy a watermelon too.
スイカだね。わかったよ。
Anything else?
お兄ちゃん、スイカお願いね。
I also didn't realize that his bed was down here. I thought this was like a couch. I don't know why I thought that, considering that this is like, I don't know, it's like just an ancient like style of home. Anyway.
どうした？
なんでもない。ちょっと気になることがあるから、ポポルさんのところに行こう。
Right, I don't think Vice knows that we know about the force of myth. Alright, let's see. That's still there. It's still there, and then this. Okay. I mean, I assume that's gonna keep growing. I'm not sure. Unless we have to discard and plant again or something, I don't know. Alright, let's talk to Popola. I wish it could be kinda. Oh, right. Yeah, but I've already read this one. I wonder if that's what my mom is like. Ugh. Okay.
どうしたの、ポポルさん？
あ、実はこんな手紙が来たの。
Dearest Popola, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in the Dream of the Village. Hold on, events in Dream... What? I am writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in Dream the Village. I was hoping I might be able to get your advice, dream on the matter. Recently, there have been dream reports, dream of a certain dream of dream, evil, dream, empty, dream, curse, dream, evil, dream words, dream, and dream, someone, dream.
君の悪い手紙だな。
So it was written stupidly on purpose.
誰からの手紙？
北の方にある森で神話の森と呼ばれる場所の村長から。
神話の森？
話好きの明るい人たちばかりで、こんないたずらみたいな手紙を送ってくるような人はいないと思うんだけれど、ちょっと心配だわ。
僕が様子を見てくるよ。
でも
僕もちょっと気になってることがあって。
そうならいいんだけど、お願いす。
Anything else?
神話の森は北平原の橋を渡って北側にあるわ。
Interesting. So either they're reusing the motifs, or we are going to the literal, like, land of forest. We've gone to the land of sands, right? Just like in Drakengard 3 and Drakengard 1 to an extent. So makes you wonder if that's where we're going technically. Guess we'll find out. Alright, let's hop on aboard. Does Kaina ride up with us? Or does she just like run after us, I wonder? Get on board. Yeah, I did the game description on purpose. Oh, oh no. So currently it's fine. Alright, so I guess we head off this way where we originally fought the boar, and then go north.
邪魔をするな。僕はヨナを助けなきゃいけないんだ。
力を抜け。さもなくばお前がやられるぞ。
I guess he was yelling at the shadows or the shades.
Hmm. なんだか静かな村だね。
陰気な村だ。どうせろくでもないことが起こるんだろう。
シロはもうちょっと言葉に気をつけようよ。
So that's where this music is from. Interesting. But as usual, the scenery is just beautiful as always. Alright, well, let's start with you.
言葉
言葉？何のこと？
伝染する言葉。夢見る人。
夢見る人？
なんだこの奇妙な感じは。
Vice's voice rose in a quizzical way.
不思議そうにとは失礼な。
何これ？
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
こやつに聞くのが良いであろう。あなたたちは。
僕たちこの村に異変が起こったって聞いてやってきました。
The mayor stared at NieR and Vice.
私と会話できているということは、あなた方を夢に巻き込んでしまったようですね。
夢？
The mayor explained. In the past week, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the forest of myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within a world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the death dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well.
なんだって。
Vice stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
我らがお前の夢に取り込まれたというのか。
はあ、 おそらく。
つまり僕たち死の夢にかかってしまったってこと？
Before the mayor could confirm NieR's suspicions, Vice exploded with rage.
そんなバカな。いつどうやって。我は眠った自覚などないぞ。
死の夢はそういう病気ですから。
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
流すな。
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who NieR had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
きっと夢に入るきっかけがあったはずです。
Okay, I thought he was gonna. I'll just read it. Something there must have caused you to enter my dream, said the mayor. A certain conversation, a specific word, something. NieR and Vice racked their brains, but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
適当に会話していて悪かったな。
The mere suggestion that Vice chose his words carelessly seemed to sting at his pride.
害したようにではなく、害しておるのだ。はっきりと。
Irritated, Vice looked skyward, as if searching for answers in the heavens.
知っておるわ。我のことはもう放っておけ。
The anger created by his harsh words bled over to NieR like a contagion. Wait, said NieR suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Vice aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming, or someone that dreams, or... what the hell was it? A sheep? Cried Vice suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, NieR's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said, I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at NieR. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across the lone piece of paper. Why hasn't kinda slapped us in the back of the head to wake us up? For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect the people from whatever comes along, but I've never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Vice immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will that it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said, but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream. I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens. NieR nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second, I didn't nod. Look, if we can be of any help, said NieR, just ask. Now hold on, I did not just say that. Silence, cried Vice. The grimoire looked from NieR to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Vice's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now, see here, Mayor. You told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet, you seemed surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said. You're right. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the departing forms of NieR and Weiss. We're all counting on you. As NieR slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, he thought. But where? NieR's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. It now became a visual novel. Without the visual part, it's now a interactive novel. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find an exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once, he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. The fuck? Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging NieR to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, NieR snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. NieR leaned against a tree to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. NieR slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss, what's going on? NieR could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled, and then, just as NieR's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. And I assume this is the sound of like a cicada, or cicada. But I'm not going to read this on onomatopoeias. As the insect symphony dimmed another decimal, NieR began to detect patterns in this sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. Insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. One with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? The answer is a secret, the answer is a seesaw, how should I know? One with a secret is lacking. With 2 secrets it's ideal, but with 3 it's dangerous. I mean, a seesaw can also make sense, right? You need a person at each side, but having an extra person might be different. And how should I know? Maybe this is another illusion of choice? But originally I was thinking seesaw, so let's go with this one. Something that's ideal with 2 people, but dangerous with 3. Oh, it's a seesaw. Weiss's mouth flew open, but before he could say anything, the words suddenly shifted. More onomatopoeias. When NieR came to, he was once again surrounded by the sound of insects. The cries of insects were creating words he heard somewhere before. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? Okay, so I guess we're back to... By my pages, is it a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. And I leave it to you to answer. So, I guess secret. Inwardly furious that Weiss left the task to him, NieR sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of music stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before NieR like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest anthropods are making a road for us, said Weiss with glee. Pleased at passing the test, NieR moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on the path, their journey had a purpose. We're still talking to the fucking mayor. Like, I assume we're still talking to the mayor. Instead of animating all this, they're like, we'll just turn it into a novel. Why not? I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said NieR after a bit. Weiss spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Weiss finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, NieR picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Weiss. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck... Surprise. Wait, oh, I thought he was just like disappointed that we're wasting time skipping rocks. Anyways, each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. Enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Sunlight? Absurdly easy, barked Weiss. Now answer it. NieR grit his teeth and tried not to reach out to strangle his companion. He's right after all. This one's pretty easy. I enter the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. Oh my years, said Weiss softly. I've never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey look, cried NieR, awakening Weiss from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Weiss saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Weiss? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? NieR walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began NieR, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Man. That's one of the oldest riddles ever. NieR tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Weiss, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said NieR. Well, at least it's an easy one. And you're a man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garments aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried NieR. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now, listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What's that mean? It'll make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Death Dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As NieR watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When NieR and Weiss returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it! You actually made it back! His left hand grasped NieR's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge it from the socket, while his right seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. Excuse me? By the heavens, stop shaking me, fool! We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. NieR withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the Death Dream seal, he said. At least, I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as NieR filled him on the details. When the tale was done, the 3 of them lay down on the forest ground and fell asleep. NieR cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Seize your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. NieR and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten? Continued Vice. It is words that control the death dream. Words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they may seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor. The first time I have felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker. Sounded like Filthy Frank for a second. The leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. NieR shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh, wow, said the mayor in an awed voice. We did. I'm back. He blinked once and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two had no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading through our village, and I wanted to... Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at NieR and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor, as a wry smile crossed his lips. You shall relearn in short order, I am sure, said Vice. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the death dream. I have to save them. Mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village and bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It is the guardian of our village history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder, murmured Vice. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. NieR and Vice could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Vice, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, NieR mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words he had left them with. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling that I'd seen you before, too. NieR tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. NieR gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly, his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
ありがとうございます。
Oh god, how long was I reading for? Like 30 minutes? And I was going at a pretty fluid, pace.
これでやっと普通の暮らしに戻れます。
しかし奇妙な病気であるな。
ええ、できれば他の村民も助けてやりたいんですが。
Okay, we got Dark Execution. Summon magical spikes from the ground to impale enemies. Charge to increase the number of spikes.
結構簡単に封印されし言葉が手に入ったね。
Right?
ちょっと簡単すぎやしないか。
Feels weird.
なんだかこの村にも誘導されてきたような。
考えすぎだよ、シロ。
Let's talk to the mayor again.
これでやっと普通の暮らしに戻れます。
しかし奇妙な病気であるな。
ええ、できれば他の村民も助けてやりたいんですが。
Oh boy, are we gonna have to like read a fuck ton more? Like I don't mind it, but if this is just the novel arc of the game, oh, that's something. Because like we've slowly noticed the game started to get weirder and weirder, right? Like we had the start of the game with us being in the past, time skip 1500 years into the future, or 14. Then it's just a normal adventure game, literally doing side quests, getting meat, exploring temples, rescuing our sister, stuff like that. Then we had, well, the last area where we had to somehow learn to talk to people for the first time, as in learn a new language. And now we've reached a part of the game where, well, where we're getting to just a novel. It's interesting. Like, it's not a bad thing, it's just, again, new, I suppose. Alright, so Dark Execution. So impales enemies, charged to increase the number of spikes. So if we test this out. Oh, it's this skill. Probably one of the most useful ones in the game. This is one of the first ones that we got or at the start of the game. Alright, so we can't go into that tree. These trees look way too small to live in, though. Like, you can maybe fit a bed and maybe a table, and like that's it. I assume they've got like a banquet hall or some place to eat, because I cannot imagine living inside of a tree that small. Like, I can barely probably get through that door. I have to like bend over, like, or hunch over pretty hard. Alright, who are you?
この人も夢を見てるのかな。
おそらくはそうであろ
Enter this villager's dream. Alright, here, give me 1 second. Okay.
文字だらけの世界か。あんまり得意じゃないな。
う。不満を垂れている暇があればとっとと片付けるぞ。
はーい。
Oh boy. Okay, it's gonna be more reading. Wait, I recognize the song. But anyway, I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked beneath a stairway in the long, unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Like when I started reading this, I'm like, is this? Are we just gonna like grab a like Lovecraftian story and literally just use that, and I have to read the entire, I don't know, like the Beast in the Sixth Dimension or something stupid like that? Anyway, outside, I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Light has no place here. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes, and eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say. My savior! I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my adult mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me. And possibly I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silvered-haired boy with a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain as I am forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss, and this is NieR. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as NieR extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear it again. Or hear that again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and see water pulling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but your only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers, no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like an endless entrail of giants, like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. And now we have an adventure novel? Oh my god. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I think I see outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch the piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away in the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. Okay, I'm gonna be reading a lot faster now, just to... because I assume there's like 10 more villages we have to get through. Well, let's go east, because we came from the south, going north. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed. Let's go west. And let's go east again. Now let's go north. And let's keep going north. At the end of the path, the water rises to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually, I can stand the sight of water no longer, and so turn my eyes upwards. Imagine my surprise when I see a series of paintings hanging on the faded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long, long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of a thin, breezy cloth and decorated with a motif of flowers and birds, while encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume, even by modern standards. As I gaze at the portrait, I'm struck by a desire to touch it with my own hands. Yet, as I extend a single finger to the painting, I am gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at the image, I can see it bend and warp to the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. Is it another prisoner? A fellow inmate trapped for eternity in this place? I cannot let it pass, and so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside I can just make out a body. Whether or not it is a prisoner, there would be no rescue. The poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of the fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs as were depicted in the portrait. I've been admiring a row of corpses, blocked from view by portraits, each victim at their pinnacle. Enough. Shielding my eyes, I paddled forward through the water. I squint down the corridors and proceed south. I squint down the corridors and proceed. Let's go west. At the end of the path, a row of heavy wooden casks lie on their sides in a dark chamber. Doubtless, they are filled with a wine. My thirst roars to life. I cannot remember the last time I parched my throat and had relief. The last time my parched throat had relief. I scrambled to the first cask and pull frantically at the cork. The theft of a few cups means nothing. I tell myself the cask will be ruined by the flood regardless. Finally, the cork surrenders to my attack, and thick red liquid bursts forth from the hole. This is no wine. It is blood still warm from the body. Whether animal or something else, I cannot say. The foul liquid soon mixes with the rising floodwaters, creating a warmth that laps against my thighs. By all the gods, are the rest of these casks filled with blood as well? I lack the courage to confirm my suspicion. Disgust quickly becomes fear as I turn to flee, but my weakened legs betray me, sending me toppling over into the red ocean below. The smell of death is everywhere. It threatens to consume me. I must escape this hell. Crawling on all fours like an animal holding back screams lest any foulness enters my mouth, I lurch forward through the red waters and out of the room to freedom. So now we go east. The water has risen to my chin and now laps greedily at my mouth and nose. You dumb best, shouts NieR. He surely desires to say more, but the rest of his insult is cut short by the rising water. Grimoire Weiss, wet and tattered, floats on the water's surface. It is already too late for him. This wasn't how it was supposed to end. No fucking way. It is a literal adventure story. Oh god. Do I have to get out a piece of like paper and map this out? Let's see. Well, good thing we saved. Cause I was just gonna like go through it and like go through the game and not and just or talk to the other villagers and not save, but good thing I did. Well, let's see. Let me try to talk to this guy again. Right, so I'm now just gonna like speed through this. God, it's all text. It's just insane. Alright, so let's proceed north. Because that's the first thing that happens. Let's try east. Then north. Maybe east. At the end of the path, I find myself in a great hall with only the sounds of rain for comfort. The waterlogged red carpet squishes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table upon which rests china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach the chair at the table's head, but as the truth of the matter dawned on me, I recoiled in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul, wriggling insects have made their homes in the remains, and this is the movement I saw. This once splendid feast was now nothing more than the requiem for the damned. I take a moment to steady my shaking hands and slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chair upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs prove to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat up the back and down the arms. Oh my god. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began. For if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonized screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasps frantically at the possibility that these souls have committed a terrible crime for which this was punishment. Though in truth, I suspect that they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. Okay. So I squint down and I don't know, go north? Against all hope, we make it to the front door. Oh my god. Break it down, someone cries, and so I give myself to the effort. In tandem with NieR and Grimoire Weiss, I slam my body against a thick, sturdy door. On the third try, it gives way, and we find ourselves sprawled out on the ground outside the castle. The storm is in retreat, the clouds above are still dark and foreboding, but to the west I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you? I cry as tears of joy join the rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died in there. Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin. You're dressed, asked Weiss? Then you are a woman, madam? I am. I proffer the two a smile. I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see the one known as NieR is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well. Oh my god. With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth to our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch it all, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life as shades. Holy fuck. A literal, like, adventure novel now.
何か言うことある？
次は迷路は勘弁してもらいたいな。
まったくだね。
Okay, fuck that. Now we have to save again. Oh god. Still, that's pretty neat. Like adventure novels are neat. Like, you know, just RPGs of that nature are neat. But holy fuck, I've just had to like I've been reading a lot.
助けてくれてありがとう。もうあんな夢見たくないね。
Right, and there's. Are you the last one? Well, let's see.
こやつも同じか。手のかかることだ。
白は本なのに文字が苦手なの？
Is that racism?
何事にも例外はある。行くぞ。
Or would that just be like discriminatory on NieR's behalf? Okay. A colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Vice and NieR had never seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried to take it in.
まだ遠いのかな。建物が大きすぎて距離がつかめないよ。どれだけ大きいんだろう。
あるいはただの幻か。
Okay, perhaps there was some matter of mirage, she said. Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. NieR nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, then thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid the this material down over their home. The heat reflecting from the road made NieR lightheaded. His feet hurting, he crouched down to rest. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is someone playing a joke on us or what? The complaining had already begun. Vice tried not to let his eyes roll too much. A joke, he said. No joke. This road leads to the city of art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work. You don't sound very sure of yourself there. Perhaps not, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to bear. NieR glanced at Vice's grinning face, shook his head, and resumed walking. As time passed, NieR's feet grew more painful, and his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead, because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses. "We're definitely getting closer," said Vice in an effort to cheer his companion. Shit, I skipped ahead. It said something like, "Yes, this is too much." Hold on. Yes, this is certain. Encouraged, NieR lifted his gaze. Suddenly, he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open and finger pointing in the distance. "Water!" he cried. "It's water!" "Water?" asked Vice. "Preposterous! I don't see any water." "Over there, just ahead of us. Look, the sun is reflecting off of it." Without waiting for a response, NieR sprang to life and bounded towards the sight. What in the? There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. NieR closed his eyes and sighed as Vice floated up behind him and chuckled softly. "I believe this is known as a mirage," he said. Many a desert traveler has spoken of such things." NieR shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly, he pointed off in the distance, his eyes wide once more. "Wait, there it is. I just missed it. Look, it's right there." NieR sprinted off again, leaving Vice with no choice but to follow. After a few minutes of running, NieR came to a halt. "I could have sworn it was right here." Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour until an exasperated Vice finally floated up to NieR and struck him in the face with his cover. "Enough, you blithering idiot. Stop this at once. There is no water here." NieR's face clouded. "There isn't?" "There's not, and perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as such." Vice paused for a moment and then continued speaking in a slightly kinder tone. However, I suppose this mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived at the City of Art. NieR looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. "They're huge," cried NieR, completely forgetting the heat and pain of the past few hours. "I've never seen anything so big." Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same shape, a tall rectangle that stretched upward to the sky, but that is where the similarities ended. Most of them were covered with panes of glass that reflected the light in 1,000 directions, while others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. Some had tall spires at their tops, while others possessed triangular caps. "What kind of city is this?" said NieR. "Where are the people? Where are the houses? Perhaps the land is intended exclusively for artistic use." The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels set on silent steel rails, beautifully carved works with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every street. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick, but many were composed of material they had never before encountered. The sheer variety of colors and styles was staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract works around them, NieR and Vice eventually fell silent. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered the sculptures in the shape of humans. NieR uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. "Finally, I was getting tired of the modern art." The three statues were indistinguishable except for a single word chiseled onto the right arms. One read Alpha, Beta, and the final read Gamma. As NieR moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures, alighting on the statue's shoulder. It emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. "Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false form will only speak lies." And with that, the bird departed. As if on cue, the three statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe. "Hey, look at that," said NieR. "They're alive." The triplets bowed low before NieR. "Please," said Alpha, "you have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real." "Stop lying," said Beta. He turned to NieR and he threw his hands in the air. "Alpha's a fake. You know, I'm the real one." "What a load of crap," said Gamma. "Beta's a fake. Everyone knows I'm the only real one around here." Their respective pleas given, the three statues returned to their frozen state as silence once again enveloped the city. "When you consider all the statements, only one of them could be the real thing," said Vice. NieR furrowed his eyebrows and considered his answer. "Only one form is real and the other is false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false one will only speak in lies." We'll go with Beta. The real one is Beta. Though NieR's voice betrayed a noticeable lack of confidence, he was relieved to see Vice nodding at him. "If Alpha was telling the truth," began Vice in the dry tones of a lecturer, "Beta and Gamma would be fakes. But in that case, Gamma's claims that Beta is fake would be the truth, even though Gamma is a liar, therefore that theory crumbles. Now, let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth. That makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would leave us with two statues telling the truth. Finally, let us assume that Beta is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense. Therefore, Beta must be real." As Vice finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled soundlessly into dust, while Beta sprang to life once more. "Congratulations, villager," said Vice in a cheerful voice. "The time to awaken has arrived." "Thank you for saving me," cried the villager. He dropped to his knees and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable NieR pulled him to his feet. "Why did you have a dream like this?" asked Vice. "Have you been to the city before?" The villager slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures that dotted the landscape, then shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this, but at the same time, I feel like I've seen it before." "Deja vu," muttered NieR, "just like the mayor." The vague sense of unease that struck NieR during the mayor's dream spread once more through his mind.
なんだか大変だったね。
That was rough.
あの景色どこかで見たような。
もう勘弁してよ。これでもう村人たちが夢から覚めるんだよね。
村長の言っていたことが本当ならそうなるな。やれやれだ。もうこういう言葉遊びは勘弁願いたいな。
まあまあ、とりあえず村長さんに一言挨拶していこうよ。
Oh, God. At first, we were having a whimsical time, just enjoying the wordplay, enjoying the textual adventure. and then I immediately give up the second we get to the next villager, and I just start reading as fast as I can. Because holy fuck. Imagine if there was another one that we had to get through besides villagers 1 and 2. Huh, fuck. Alright.
皆さんどうもありがとうございました。これは心ばかりのお礼です。
こんな高価そうなものもらっていいんですか？
もちろんです。名のある品らしいのですが、戦いのないこの村には必要のないものですから。
ではありがたくいただきます。
本当にありがとうございました。
Alright, let's look at the new weapon. So it was Faith. So it does less damage, it's very light, and does less magical damage. Let's view the details of it. It's a fucking katana! Oh god. A sword carried by the world's most loyal servant. Like that loyalty, the sword's blade is straight and true. Oh my god, we need antennas to upgrade this if I really want to use it. What about you? Iron ore and complex machine. 12 iron ore. It's insane, and you. 4 iron ore, twisted rings. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's read the story of Faith, even though I've been reading a lot. There was once a famous poet in a land to the far, far east. Now in his twilight years, his ability had withered such that he could no longer craft a single stanza or verse. The poor poet spent every moment racked with sorrow for what had been lost. But one day, a monk appeared by his side, gently placed a blade in his hand, and imparted the following words. And we don't know what those are until we get to, I guess, level 2. Okay. Is that it? Is this the entire fucking, like, village? This was weird. Like, weird in a good way. It's just, you know, unexpected. I guess we can talk to you again.
こやつらと話すのは骨が折れる。また今度にせぬか。
No, we'll talk to him real quick. Oh no! I'll just read this myself. Jesus fuck. This guy's insane. "10 simple ways to save the world." Yeah. To summarize, if you weren't, I guess, reading as fast, essentially the guy was like, "I want to change the world too. I should join you." And we're like, "No." Because he had like great ideas on like how to handle this, and then that's why Vice was like, "Oh, he's an armchair general." Right, kinda. Where the fuck are you?
村はどうだった？
What the fuck?
まったく言葉にできないくらい素晴らしかったよ。
そいつは良かったな。
ポポルさんのところに戻ろう。
Neat.
神話の森のことを報告に行かないと。
God. It gave me flashbacks to when we played through like Super Robot Wars 30 or Super Robot Wars OG, where I was narrating the entire fucking thing. Like I literally read like what 130 hours worth of dialogue for SRW 30. Well, I voice acted 130 hours worth of dialogue. I didn't just speak it. Except like at the points where I was getting a little tired of trying to read things kind of dramatically. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna read it now. But for the most part, I voice acted a huge amount of it, and that shit, man. I remember after those streams, my throat would hurt a lot. And I mean, right now it's fine. I should be fine. It's just holy fuck, that was a ton of reading. Out loud, that is. Like reading out loud is, it takes a toll on the throat. Like reading just with my eyes is like super fucking easy. Anyways.
そう、そんな変わった病気が広がっていたの。
はい、奇妙な症状でした。
もう二度と行きたいとは思えぬ村だったな。
お疲れ様。最近遠出ばかりしているようだけど、無理してない？
平気だよ。ヨナの体のことを考えたら立ち止まるわけにはいかないからね。
そう、そうね。
何か僕に手伝えることはない？
実は交易用の水路を整備する計画があるの。準備が整うのはずっと先になってしまうのだけれど、きっとあなたたちの助けにもなるはずよ。ただその計画が今少し滞っていて、心苦しいんだけれど、お願いを聞いてもらえないかしら。
もちろん、遠慮せずに言って。
ありがとう。水路の整備をお願いしていた人がここ数日仕事に来ていなくてね。心配だから海岸の町まで様子を見に行ってほしいのよ。家の場所は地図に書き込んでおくわね。いつも赤いカバンを身につけているから行けばわかるはずよ。
うん、わか。
Oh. Didn't mean to interrupt NieR. It's because sometimes what I think they might say in Japanese is not said. So I thought he was just like gonna say in an acknowledgement, because that's just yes as well in Japanese. But no, he was gonna go with like wakatta as well. So anyway, time to leave.
船であれば今のように走り回らずに済みそうだな。
白は浮いているだけじゃないか。
浮くのにも体力を使うのだぞ。
え、そうなんだ。
なんだその夢を壊されたような顔は。
Oh man. Alright, well, we're lucky that the southern town isn't too far away. And we can get a boar and talk to this guy with a red bag. Whatever it might be. Alright. We get kicked off anyways at the end. Alright, so where is this guy? Probably on the second floor would be my guess. But let's see if maybe he's not. Oh, unless... Nope, it's right here. Or... here? Or... here? Oh, here he is.
あなたが水路を整備してる人？ポポロさんに言われてきたんですけど。
はあ、もうダメだ。僕の人生は終わりだ。
何か厄介なことに巻き込まれそうだぞ。
もうしろってば。一体何があったんですか？
実は妻が家出したまま帰ってこないんだ。もう1週間も音沙汰がなくて心配で何も手がつかなくて。
それは大変だね。なら僕も探すのを手伝うよ。
え？本当かい？
奥さんの行方に思い当たる場所はないの？
いや、ただ妻はよく酒場で友達と飲んでいたくらいで。
じゃあ僕はその人に話を聞いてみるよ。
そうか、助かる。妻も僕と同じ赤いカバンをつけているから、そのことを話せば通じるはずだよ。
同じカバンを身につけるとは奇妙な夫婦であるな。
いわゆるペアルックってやつだよ。
My God.
これは結婚記念に買った思い出のカバンなんだ。それなのに僕があんなことをしたせいで妻は。
落ち着いて、すぐに奥さんを見つけてくるから。
あの男、妻が家出した理由に心当たりがあるようであったな。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, she left for a reason, right? Let's talk to you.
こんにちは。赤いカバンの女の人を探してるんだけど。
なーに、彼女がどうかしたの？
家出したみたいで、行き先を聞いてないかな。
あら、あの夫婦また喧嘩したの？懲りないわね。近頃はここに顔を出していないから居場所は知らないな。そうね、釣り具屋に行ってみたらどう？そこの奥さんとよく世間話をしているみたいだから。
わかりました。
あなたよく見ると可愛い顔してるわね。一緒に飲んでいかない？
Miss, we're not even of drinking age.
僕はまだお酒飲めないんだ。ごめんね。
Oh no. Oh no. She's a predator. It's so fun. Fishing tips 4. Okay, and then fishing tips. You.
こんにちは。赤いカバンの女の人を見てないかな。
ああ、あの奥さんね。言われてみると近頃見てないわ。そういえば前に町の外へ出かけるって言ってたような。
町の外。わかった。ありがとうございます。
町の外に行ったとなると、見つけるのに骨が折れるな。
魔物に襲われたりしてないといいんだけど。
Well, I guess time to find the wife somehow. I'm gonna assume it's she's in the manor or something. I don't know. Maybe. If I were to like hazard a guess, perhaps. I don't know if we can even go in it. Nope. Never mind. My God, these things never die. Oh God, they're actual spiders. I thought they were made of like stone or something. Earning money tutorial. Imagine it just says get a job. Two giant spiders are fucking creepy. Okay, well, let's move on. As obviously this is not the place to go. So, no, wait, it's not this. Oh, these are the ones that we've already finished. Huh. Interesting. Well then, let's hop back on. I guess we just literally have to look for her. There's not much else, or nowhere else we can really go to besides back to town. Or back to our village.
あの魔物、何やら様子がおかしいぞ。
Was there something odd about the ship? Unless it's like... Unless it's the wife or something. Can you imagine? Oh no, it was the wife!
もしかして
Oh no.
あの男が身につけていたカバンと瓜二つであるな。おそらく妻のものであろう。
そんな、じゃあ奥さんは魔物に。
周囲にそれらしい気配はない。残念だが、
Yeah.
遅かったようだな。
あの人になんて言えばいいんだろう。
辛いであろうが、真実を告げるしかあるまい。
Well, that is unfortunate. And pretty sad, too. Maybe she just went out for something and then the shades got her. Alright, man. Let's, deliver the bad news.
妻が見つかったのかい？
いえ、それが魔物がこれを。
このカバンは間違いない。妻のものだ。
やはりそうであったか。
そんな妻が魔物に。僕があんなことさえしなければ。
Let's ask him.
家出の原因は何だったのだ。
それは僕が彼女の。
シロ、今はそっとしてあげようよ。
ただいま。あら、
Oh my
あなた一
god.
体どうしたの？
お前魔物に殺されたんじゃ。
何よそれ、何の話？あ、そのカバン拾ってくれたの？よかった、落としちゃったのよね。
本当に無事だったんだ。よかった。
何何？一体どうなってるの？
I guess we scared Ezio for no reason.
なるほど。このカバンを魔物が持っていたから勘違いしたと。
無事で本当によかったよ。全部僕が悪いんだよね。お前が大切に取っておいたリンゴを僕がこっそり食べたから。本当にごめんね。二度としないから、もう家出なんてしないでくれ。
家出？私はただ実家に帰っていただけよ。
え
？1週間くらい家を空けるって前に言ったじゃない。まさかあなたまた私の言うこと上の空で聞いてたわけ？
おい、我の第六感が今すぐここを立ち去れと告げておるぞ。
Should we get out of here? Stick around and listen? Suddenly remember that other important errand? No, let's stick around and listen. Our job was to get this guy.
それに私のリンゴを食べたってどういうこと？ほんとあなたって最低な男ね。
だったらお前だって結婚記念のカバンを落としたんじゃないか。なあ、君も妻の方が悪いって思うだろ？
Oh my god.
僕？
just gonna like random it. So, the husband who ate the apple.
奥さんのリンゴを食べちゃうのは良くないことだよね。
すごくお腹が減っていたんだ。
What the fuck?
妻を探してくれた恩はあるけど、ひどいよ。
どうよ。ひどい。
僕変なこと言ったかな。
それにこの前だって僕が大切にしていた切手コレクションを勝手に捨てたよね。
Is this really gonna devolve into?
何
Oh
よ
boy.
あなたが部屋を掃除しないから私がしてあげたんじゃない。ねえ、そこのあなたも夫の方が悪いって思うでしょ。
我か。
Honestly, both of them.
両者に非があろう。お互いに謝れば済むのではないか。
I wonder if we could have kept this going. Just being like, well, the wife is, you know, the problem. And then being like, see, I knew it. And then they bring up something else and it just goes on for a long time.
ガラクタのくせに分かったような口を。
急に息を合わせろって。
Magazines exist in this universe? In this time period?
あなたのそういうところがダメなのよ。
いや、お前よりマシだね。
A hag?
僕はどうすれば。
もうどうにもならぬ。
ああもう。あなたはちゃんとした仕事に就かないし、私はご近所さんヒエラルキーの底辺でヘコヘコしっぱなしよ。
あ、まだ言ってなかったけど、実は新しい仕事に就いたんだ。
え、本当に？おめでとう。なんで早く言ってくれなかったのよ。
ごめん。お前をびっくりさせたくて。
何よもう。さあ今日はお祝いにリンゴでパイを作りましょう。
Huh?
何が起きたのかさっぱりわからぬが、どっと疲れたぞ。
Same.
まあ2人が仲直りできたならいいんじゃないのかな。
I guess
ここ
so.
に来た理由が何であったか忘れてしまったぞ。
あ、そうだ。水路の話をしないと。
Right, well, I mean, that was the job that we, like, came to tell him about. So,
妻を探してくれて本当にありがとう。
そうだ。水路の整備だけど。
ああ、そうか。君は水路のことで来てたんだね。仲直りもできたし、また水路の整備を頑張るよ。
okay.
なんだかひどく疲れたな。
とりあえずポポルさんのところに戻ろう。
Jeez. What a fucking... What a side quest. Of all things.
あの赤いカバンの夫婦は大変な二人だったな。あれほど言い争っていたのによく関係が続くものだ。
でも仲直りした時の2人はすごく幸せそうだったよ。お互いの気持ちを素直に言い合うことが一緒に暮らすための秘訣なのかも。
もしお前がああなったら我は出ていくがな。
Should I kill this thing? I think we might be able to. Do we give it a shot? Let me heal up first. Nope, that doesn't do enough damage. I thought that maybe would. I mean, we could probably kill it. But let's maybe come back later. Got a letter from NieR today. He's in a faraway town and he can see where he can see the ocean. I hope I can see the ocean someday too. I bet it's huge. That was also a new letter we hadn't read before. So it is interesting that, again, like, the save points are mailboxes. So we head off to a town and then we send a letter off to our sister. And then those are the ones that we read in the little loading screens. That's neat. Alright, let's talk to Popola.
水路の管理人さんにそんなことがあったのね。でも奥さんも見つかったみたいでよかった。お願いを聞いてくれてありがとう。助かったわ。
水路の完成楽しみにしてます。また何か困ったことがあったら何でも言ってよね。
お疲れ様。あ、ちょっと待って。
はい。
そうそう、ヨナちゃんが呼んでたわよ。
ヨナが？
なんだかお願いがあるみたいよ。お兄ちゃんは大変ね。
わかりました。ありがとう。
Okay. Well, let's see what Yona wants now. NieR came back. He came back home to see me. Yay. I don't think I've ever seen a person physically write out yay with more than one A. Like, ever. As in, you know, if they're writing a letter, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. Oh. Pumpkins. What about you? I need to water you. I need to... You. We can harvest the pumpkins. Okay, and this. Sometimes aiming at things is a little weird. Like to interact with them. All right, let's plant the melons. And now let's water them. And let's see what Yona needs.
ポポルさんから聞いたよ。お兄、
大事なお願いなの。
なんだ？お兄ちゃん、ヨナの頼みは何でも聞いてあげるからね。
じゃあ言うね。お友達を助けてほしいの。
お友達？
そう、ヨナ、お手紙でお話ししているお友達がいるんだけどね。
手紙で話？
文通ではないのか。
文通している友達？
男の子のお友達。
男の子？
その子は病気で困ってるんだけど、お兄ちゃんとシロちゃんで病気を治してあげてほしいの。
シロちゃん。
その男の子ってのは？
南の方にある大きなお家に住んでるらしいの。お兄ちゃんにしかお願いできないの。
いや、でもそれはダメとかじゃなくて。
I can't say no to her. Curing her black scrawl is more important. Might as well, right?
分かったよ。何か方法を探してみる。
お兄ちゃん、ありがとう。
Plus, if he's sick and probably has the same thing, we can maybe get another verse out of it.
お願い、お兄ちゃん。
Okay, let's go.
ヨナにボーイフレンドが。
どうしたお兄ちゃん、声が震えておるぞ。
バカ、そんなことないよ。
What's wrong, big bro? Another chicken egg. Huh. Well, I think this is a good stopping point. So let's go ahead and just save here. And I guess we'll call it for now.